Okay. All right, I see what we doing now. Okay. All right. So this isn't a bio. No, no, no. This is a random episode edition of Random Rants. All right. Cool, cool, cool. And we going to start this one off when back when Vanessa y'all remember Vanessa Huxtable, right? The Jan Brady of the family. I don't know anybody who just like who'll tell you like, yeah, yeah, my favorite Huxtable is Vanessa. Like nobody says that. Nobody. But y'all want to get into what, like around her senior year when she thought she was grown? Her and her crew. Y'all remember? We gonna get into it. But y'all remember they tried to go out Baltimore and dance their pain away. Cause they got problems. Dance their pain away. Yeah, y'all remember. We gonna get into it, man. We gonna get into it. So let's start. Let's start from the beginning. This is what? Season 6? We old. We syndicated now, right? We syndicated. What, episode 22? And y'all remember Vanessa and her group of friends. They come into the Huxtable house and they're excited. They're going to see the Wretched. And you want to you know how I like to do. Let me give you a brief biography of the Wretched. Everybody knows them. You know, they started in Kansas City, Missouri. Got to make sure you got it, because it's two of them, apparently. It's two of them, so you got to let people know. But they were popular, came up, mid-'80s, had a little run. Their most popular song, Breaking All the Rules. They had that fun tour that Vanessa and her friends just had to go see, right? You guys remember, right? Yeah, well, their lead singer, Frankie X, right there. You can see him right there. Known to take his shirt off and throw sweat all over the crowd. They even got banned from New York. But we're going to get into that. We'll get into that story. We'll do all that. We'll do all that. Now, getting back to the show, as you can see, Vanessa and her crew, they in the house. And they already planned this out well in advance. They like, yeah. Everybody told their mother that they're going to be over Susan's house after the concert. And we're not lying. It just so happens that the concert is in Baltimore. They're smart. They're so smart. And Clair walks in. She's like, oh, hey, everybody. How you guys doing today? I hope you guys have a wonderful time at the concert. Oh, and Susan, let your mother know I borrowed this book from her a month ago. I read it. And I just wanted to give it back to her, and I'll call her. And Susan, like, no, don't call her this weekend. This isn't a good weekend. But nonetheless, I'll definitely take the book. And, they go about Clair goes about her day, and the plan is in effect. They're off to see the Wretched. They're about to break all the rules. Rules are for fools. Because that's how the song go, right? You guys remember the show. Come on, man. Let's be realistic, man. Like, this is the biggest band. Vanessa and her friends. Like, Vanessa never leaves out the house. This is like the first time she leaves out the house, I want to say. Like, let me know. She rarely leaves out the house. But nonetheless, the plan is in effect. And we're off to see the Wretched. And in the next scene, you see the crew, Vanessa and the crew. They stop at a random donut shop in Wilmington, Delaware. You got to remember, they're kids. And they're off this high of just feeling like they're grown, and they need a little bit of sugar to feed that high, so they stop at this donut shop. And one of Vanessa's friends was like, I gotta get my makeup out the car. They like, sweetie, we just got here, but by all means. She's like, yeah, let me get the keys. And for the record, Vanessa's friend, they took her brother's car. Apparently her brother's in college. And she was like, yeah, we gonna use it, drive around and whatnot. But didn't tell the brother we're gonna be driving around to Baltimore, basically. So they got her brother's car, right? The little Rican chick. They got her brother's car, right? And Vanessa's friend come back and was like, yeah, where we park at again? They're like, come on, man. You know where we parked at, sweetie? Like, what we doing? They're like, you sure? Because I didn't see the car. And they like, hold on, are you serious? Everybody rushes out. And yeah, they come back and realize that the car is stolen. And car like, look, I got to report this. We got to make a police report. Vanessa's like, no. You see the payphone back in the day? That's what people had to use. Vanessa's like, no. We're not doing that. Because if we report the car, then everybody's going to know we're in Delaware. And we're going to get in trouble. No, we're not doing that. All right. And they convinced her and she was like, all right, boom. And then the next scene, you see the lovely Huxtable family, Cliff, with an authentic Blazers jersey on, just chilling, minding his business. You see Rudy. You got Denise, the mess up, the black sheep of the family. And then you got Clair. And they just so happen to be watching the news. And Murphy's Law is in full effect. It's a fire on Susan's block. A big fire. And the news reports are saying that it could possibly spread, to the next couple houses, which is Susan's house. So they're like, oh no, they call, no answer. And just so happens, Susan's grandmother is on the news. And she's like, oh, yeah, my granddaughter and her friends were supposed to be over, but luckily they're not here. And Claire's like, okay, well, she's not in the house, so thank God, thank God. So now we just got to find out where they are, because maybe they're still at the concert, and we got to, alert them that Susan, it's fire on their block, Claire's a lawyer, so she's trying to get to the bottom of it, So she asks her daughters, Rudy and Denise, she's like, where would the Wretched be playing at in New York tonight? Because, that's where they went. And Denise couldn't wait. She was like, the Wretched? She couldn't wait to expose this because Vanessa rarely gets in trouble, right? And Denise always gets in trouble. Like, mind you, and we will be getting into all this. We will be eventually. But mind you, Denise just dropped out of college and got married to a random military guy, and Olivia's in the house. She just brought in two more people in the Huxtable household. So she's happy to finally get the fire from under her feet. She's like, excuse me, Ma, did you know that the Wretched, they're banned from New York? You didn't know that? Yeah. And you know me, this is why you clicked on this video. I got the actual news article. You guys see it right there. You can't be doing stuff like that in Manhattan. I don't care. I know people from New York will say, well, that was a different time then. It's the late 80s. People were getting mugged during that time. But come on, causing fires and stuff? No, they got banned. Breaking all the rules. Rules are for fools. You guys know the song? Like, y'all know the song. They got banned. And Denise couldn't wait to say that. And just so happens, Rudy's like, they're watching. And Just so happens. Murphy's Law is in full effect for Vanessa. On the same news broadcast, Frankie X, the lead singer from the Wretched, is like, hey, we're performing in Baltimore tonight. We just want to thank Baltimore for letting us perform here. We've been banned from New York, So, I just want to thank everybody. And Claire's like, what? What? Baltimore? So Vanessa and her friends snuck out to Baltimore? She's dancing her pain away? She got problems? Hey, down the hill? Hey, down the hill! Like, come on. And Rudy is soaking this up. She's like, oh, Vanessa snuck to Baltimore. Because she has to take notes. Because she has to know what not to do. And Denise is looking at it like, they finally off my back. And when I was doing these things, I was never getting caught. Because I'm that Huxtable. She could never be me. Vanessa could never be me. And I'm here to block any attempts she tried to become me. She's not as slick as me. She's not as sly as me. I'm Denise Huxtable. Nonetheless, this sends Clair on a rampage. She hollers at Heathcliff. And Cliff has been chilling this whole episode. She's like, when I catch Vanessa. When I catch Vanessa, But she's still looking for him. She's still, doing her research and whatnot, right? And she gets a call from Car Mom saying that, they found my son, Car, on the side of the road in Wilmington, Delaware. And apparently they got the thief and he confessed to taking it at a donut shop. So the police went by and they questioned the lady at the counter and they said it was 4 teenage girls there that matched the description of our daughters. And they asked, how do we catch a bus to Baltimore? See, because you guys got to think, they had gas money on them. They probably had $10 a piece. Gas is roughly around what? It's 90, probably like 95 cents. They might be paying what? $1 if probably in New York, So they had some change. They probably had like $8 a piece to catch a bus ticket. And Claire gets this news and is like, come on, Heathcliff, we're about to go over to Susan's house. We're going to meet them over there. They should be back from that concert. Now, while this is happening, we see the Baltimore Arena. We see Vanessa and the friends. They make it to the concert, right? We see it. You guys remember it. They didn't even get a chance to get any merch, They get stopped by a cryptic-looking fellow, very wild-looking guy, and he's clearly spinning them, right? He's letting them know, like, look, where are you guys' tickets at? Oh, we got nice tickets. She's Vanessa Green. She doesn't get out the house. They don't get out the house. This is a part of them. A part of this is Claire and Heathcliff's fault too, because she's green. She's not Denise, But nonetheless, she's like, we have nice tickets. We're in section B. We don't know what seats because we've never been here. It's like, well, let me get your tickets. I'm going to take you through a special entrance. You'll be able to meet the band and all that. Come on, you guys. He takes their tickets and does a Barry Sanders juke move through this crowd, and they get lost, and they just lose them. And this is when they meet the Asian guy that's selling the merch, like, hey, hey, what was up? She's like, Vanessa's like, our tickets. Some guy just took our tickets. And he's like, oh, well, if he ain't have a pass like this, you've been swindled. Sorry. Good luck. Rules are for fools. Right? Because Because you're breaking all the rules, right? So now they're taking a massive L. Murphy's Law is in full effect. They don't even get to see the Wretched. They don't even get to see them hit the ground-breaking smash rock hit, breaking all the rules. And in the next scene, we see the walk of shame. We see Claire. Claire doesn't even take her coat off this scene. She slams the door in Heathcliff's face because she's just ready to go on Vanessa. You guys remember this scene, right? I know y'all remember this scene, right? This is what y'all been waiting for. This is when you guys finally get to see Claire put her foot down. Like, you know she did it behind the scenes, but the camera finally caught it this time. Finally. She's like, Vanessa, you know we're never going to ever trust you again, right? You got your $400 leather coat on that we bought you. You're out in East Baltimore? You thought we wasn't going to find out? Rudy down there lurking. Because Rudy loved this. Rudy love it. She like, Rudy, go upstairs. She didn't even look at Rudy. Go upstairs. This is for Vanessa tonight. She's already Jan Brady. Nobody likes you. This is your most memorable episode. When I go on you. Vanessa, I pray you give us a grandchild one day. And you have half the feeling of wondering where they're at. Because that's what's been happening with us. But Ma, Vanessa, but Ma, I'm sorry. It's never going to happen again. Oh, we know, Vanessa. We know. Because you already don't leave out the house, and you're damn sure not leaving out the house now. Well, Ma, I'm tired. Can I just take my punishment? Man, did you see how Cliff had to hold Claire back? Y'all see that? Slim, what y'all don't know is, after this was cut, Claire put the hand, she put some discipline in Vanessa, but they had to cut that because the image. But yeah, that right there was like, can I just take my... No, you can't. I'm not done talking to you, sweetheart. And y'all got to remember, Claire's a lawyer. She gave Vanessa a whole closing argument. Like, and this is why we won't ever trust you. You out there having big fun with the Wretched. Breaking all the rules. Rules are for fools. Right? With your poofy hair. Looking like an extra on Boomerang. You're going to go upstairs. And I'm going to show you what a punishment is all about. What's wrong with you? Y'all saw it. Y'all know, man. Vanessa took that. She ate that. She ate that. She had to. She had to. And before she goes upstairs, she's like, Vanessa, how did y'all get back home? You know, I'm just curious. And Vanessa is explaining, she's like, well, someone stole Janice's wallet and, you know, some guy took our tickets and we ran into a random guy named Fred that just so happened to know Janice's brother, and he gave us the bus fare for a ride home. And she was like, thank God a random stranger cared about you, because you could have been assaulted. You know? Like, God damn, this is why you the black sheep. You not the black sheep of the family, though. But this is why nobody like you, Vanessa. Because Denise is the black sheep. But nobody likes you. Random Rants. Like and subscribe.